Has this been a successful tournament for England? What do you think? In my opinion, so in this video we're going to review England at the World Cup and discuss whether it's been a success or not and the plans going forward for Euro 2024 in Germany. In terms of reviewing the tournament from an England point of view, it's first to acknowledge what were the expectations going into the World Cup in Qatar. Now obviously for the players and the manager it was to win the World Cup, and that's the right thing to say because they reached the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2018, they reached the final of the Euros, so they were so close in those two tournaments. So the right thing to say was we want to win it, especially given we've got a lot of very good players. Now I can't speak on behalf of all England fans, but from my point of view, my expectation was that England reached the quarterfinals as a minimum, maybe came up against a team like a France or a very, very good team, and at least just played very, very well. And that's exactly what England did. And from what I saw online and with what I discussed with different people, they said that if England come up against a France, they'll lose. And that's what happened. Taking it all the way back to the group stage first, how many tournaments have England gone into thinking, oh, we'll reach the knockout stage, and they've actually performed really badly in the group stages? This time around, they comfortably beat Iran, who beat Wales and gave USA a really hard game. Then yes, England drew 0-0 with USA in what was a disappointing game, but they still kept a clean sheet, and the main thing was just topping the group. And then when they played Wales, they were fantastic. Going forward, they were brilliant, comfortably beat Wales, especially once they got the first goal. And then against the Afghan champions, they just dispatched Senegal convincingly. And yes, Senegal didn't have Idrissa Gana Gueye or Sadio Mane, but it was still a difficult match. So then after beating Senegal, the expectation was going into France, England will probably lose, but let's just play really well. And that's what they did, and I genuinely think they were unlucky on the night, because in top level elite sport, fine margins really do matter, and the referee was not very good. Kane, of course, missed a penalty, which he never ever does. If you backed anyone, especially anyone English, to take a penalty for England, it is Harry Kane. And of course the England players are going to say it was a missed opportunity because they would have played Morocco in the semi-final and then Argentina in the final. When England lost to Croatia in the semi-final of the World Cup, I was just hoping that this group of players would get another chance at a shot of a major tournament and a genuine realistic chance of winning major silverware. And they did with the Euros against Italy, and they got that shot against France. And this group of players will probably have one more chance in Euro 2024, and then when Gareth Southgate leaves, I'm sure there'll be a number of different changes around England. So I do think they met expectations in the sense that they played well, came up against France and played very well, but was so unlucky on the night. But maybe there is a sense of a missed opportunity there. People say that England have never had this group of players that are so talented, but at the same time, I look at the defence and Pickford and Maguire and Luke Shaw don't necessarily play that well for their club. And also England have so many talented young players coming up that I genuinely think this England team are only going to get better. Especially look at the midfield of Foden, Bellingham and Rice. That is absolutely ridiculous. And the FA clearly seen this tournament as not a complete disaster because Gareth Southgate is going to stay on as manager until Euro 2024. I do think that's a sensible option, but at the same time his contract runs out at that point. I think a successor needs to be in place after that tournament because Gareth Southgate wants to manage at a club level again, and also after that tournament he would have been manager for over 7 years, so that's a long time. Has this tournament been a success from an England point of view? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you very much.